Modern Mountain Man here, hanging out in the backyard by the grill. You know, today is my day off, and generally speaking on a day off, man, I'm trying to either go somewhere with the family or, you know, get some sort of outdoor adventure in. But today, I've got some yard work to do. But you know, on days that I have yard work, I get the barbecue going, because you know what? Hey, grilling and barbecuing are two different things, in case you didn't know. If you're from up north, barbecue is not an event, it's not a burger, and it's not a grill. Barbecue is a way of cooking that is slow cooking meat. So when I've got all this grass to cut, I'm gonna be cooking pork ribs all along. Y'all jump in on this. I wanna show you this cool little invention right here. I hate the taste of lighter fluid when I grill or barbecue. And so this deal right here is just a little lighter, where you know you fill the inside of it up with charcoal. In the bottom of it there's this cavity. You just take a piece of paper, stick it in there, you light the paper, and slowly but evenly lights your charcoal. I've only got half of a pot of natural lump charcoal right now because we're barbecuing. I'm not gonna fill the whole bottom of this thing up full of hot coals. I'm gonna do indirect grilling, which I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. While those coals are catching up, let's get into these ribs. These are some ribs from my dad's farm, off some pigs he raised. All right, so we got these two nice sections of rib here. Got this dry rub we made. We'll mix it up real quick. Get it real good and even. No real science to this. Just shake about half on one side, half on the other, and rub it in. See, the coals are mostly all gray there. What we're gonna do is get in here and carefully grab that handle. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dump all of it on one side. Because we're doing indirect grilling, we dumped all the coals on one side that is gonna be opposite of where the chimney is. You know, and if you had a smoker, you'd have a compartment over here to the side, and all the smoke would flow through into the chimney. But because we're doing indirect grilling, go opposite side of the chimney. One of the things that's nice about this particular setup is the grill grates come in 3 separate sections. So when I'm doing indirect grilling, I can just leave that section out so I can continue to feed the coals to it, because this is going to be an all-day barbecuing affair. That dry rub is setting up nicely. Let's take it on out there and put it in the smoker. Got the grill grates in place. Let's drop these ribs on there. And you have the spare dry rub, you can just shake it on there. And a little trick to keep a dry rub from going dry is having a spritzer with some fruit juice in it. Now typically people will use apple juice. I'm going to use today a orange peach mango. However, it's called orange peach mango, but when you look at the ingredients, the number one ingredient is apple juice. So it's apple juice with a little tropical flavor. I go about half juice and half water. Now, I don't go out there spritzing that on my dry rub ribs until a couple hours into the process. They've got plenty of fat in them to keep them moist for a while. But because, like I said, this is going to be an all-day affair, I'm going to go out there and spritz them every hour or so just to keep them moist. One more thing to mention, I've got this pot of Hickory Chips just soaking in water here. You take your little handful of them, put them on the hot coals, and they will smolder and make some beautiful smoke. Well, it may have just been seconds ago for you that you saw it, but in real time it's been a few hours since you last saw it. Let's take a peek, and you see how it's starting to get a little bit tight, and it's just barely starting to pull away from the bone on the back side of that one. spray it down real quick and let it ride a little bit longer. All right, so 8 hours later, we're ready to roll. You know, you could let this go a little bit longer if you wanted to, but it's dinner time, so I'm pulling it. Watch out. You ready to eat?
And stuck to the other one.
What do you think about these ribs and watermelon, guys?
Yummy.
What's that?
I think it's yummy. Yummy.
Can I say with me?
I think it's yummy. Yummy.
Cornbread salad, you make my heart flutter. When I smell that cornbread all covered up in butter. Cornbread salad, when that skillet full of cornbread's done. You're Martha White and Betty Crocker all rolled into one.